As we reach the start of a new year, it's time to put aside the shittiness of 2020 and potentially 2021 and think about what's really important. Transformers. Welcome to Neil Reviews, everyone, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Netflix War for Cybertron Optimus Prime 3-pack. That was quite the mouthful, to be honest. Here he is in packaging, if that's something that you're interested in, but I'm just going to pretend that I didn't already open this box and take him out. Here's Optimus Prime outside of the packaging, and I think this figure looks great. Story time. This is actually my first regular Optimus Prime action figure. The only one I had before this was the movie preview Optimus Prime, and that one, while pretty awesome, barely resembles him. Also, finding an Optimus Prime figure has been on my bucket list for about a year now, so it's nice to finally have one in hand. First, starting off with Prime himself, this is a great looking figure. It's obviously based on the Netflix series, which took strong inspiration from G1 designs. If you ask me my opinion on the Netflix show, I'm not really a fan, and I don't look forward to seeing how they butcher Beast Wars, as I love Beast Wars. But we'll just see what they do with it. The most notable aspect of this figure compared to the previous War for Cybertron Prime figures is that the head, hands, and legs are a much darker shade of blue. I'm not sure why they made that decision, but it was more than likely they just needed some way to get more collectors to purchase it, since most people probably already have an Optimus Prime of some sort. The detail on this guy is all really great, especially on the front of him. The back has a little backpacking, as with most of these Transformer toys, but it's pretty well hidden and it doesn't feel bulky like at all. I really dig it. You can also open up Prime's chest to reveal the Matrix of Leadership, which, yes, it is removable, which is pretty cool that they added that. On top of that, Prime also comes with his infamous Optimus Prime gun. You can fit it real snugly into his hand like so. And if you so desire, you can take that gun, fold it up, and attach it onto his back like so. Also, because this figure has like pegs all over it, there's probably a bunch of places you could latch this gun onto, and if you wanted to. Yeah, you could do something kind of like what Megatron has on his arm, like a big cannon, but you know, being Optimus Prime, I'm gonna always have him just holding it in his hand. Now to show you his articulation, which is actually really impressive and the best I've seen so far from a War for Cybertron figure. And before I transform him, I just want to take a chance to talk about these guys. There's Enorex here, which is like this type of robot, dinosaur or bird thing. Just a side note, I did actually chip its wing when I was taking out packaging, so when you're taking it out, be careful about that. And then there is Cybertron right here. I'm not really a huge fan of these guys. They're both pretty basic and very easy to transform. Some people may like these smaller figures that Hasbro's been making a lot of lately, but they're just not really my thing. I tend to keep them in weapon mode most of the time. Enorex can transform into an axe like so. And Cybertron can turn into a shield. And that's basically it. And while I don't absolutely love these figures, I can't deny that they look great when being wielded by Optimus Prime. You just peg the shield on right here on his arm, and then the axe is kind of loose in his hand, but it's not too bad, it'll stay. Now it's time to get this guy transformed. Here we have them all transformed, and the transformation is pretty easy and fun to do. I think this is a fun transformation. You can tell that it's based on his Earthrise look, so he's based on like a truck from Earth. My only real complaint about this figure in truck mode is that these pipes down here, or whatever they are kind of loose, so you're supposed to push them up like that, but sometimes they kind of droop down. It's one of those things where if I didn't point it out, no one would even notice, but yeah, that's my only real complaint. The truck rolls really well, and all of the tires here are movable. They're just plastic, no rubber, but that's how most Transformers are made today. There's not much else I can say about it in truck mode. It's just a really nice toy, and I think Hasbro has pretty much perfected the Optimus Prime figure by this point. My overall thoughts on this figure are that I genuinely love it. When I first purchased this, I saw the $40 price point and I felt like it was overkill. But now that I actually have it in hand, I can't really complain. From the articulation to the transformation, it's definitely one of the best War for Cybertron figures. I assume most collectors already have some version of the War for Cybertron Optimus by this point, but if you haven't had a chance to pick any up yet, this is probably worth your money. Thank you to everyone who watched. Please like and subscribe if you can. I'm trying to find a way to help my channel grow at this point, so any support is really appreciated. I hope to be back again soon with some more toy reviews. Goodbye.